What are some disturbing ancient historical facts? In ancient Greece, infants weren't seen as complete beings from the moment they were born. This is because there was a belief that most babies died before the seventh day, so a naming ceremony that solidified their position in ancient Greek society was deferred until around the 10th day following their birth. At which time, the father would decide whether the infant lived or died. You see, it wasn't uncommon for a father to decide that a child shouldn't be reared, whether that be because the child had a deformity, the cost of raising it would overreach their means, or even just because the child was the wrong sex. What would follow for a rejected baby was disturbing to say the least: exposure. Dumped outside on the doorstep, in a clay pot or near the roadway, it was likely that the baby would starve to death or suffocate. For babies that didn't survive the initial period, and because of their lesser status, they weren't given proper burials. Instead, their bodies would unceremoniously be dumped, and one such dumping location was a well. In the 1930s, archaeologists discovered a well during their excavation of the Athenian agora. Inside were the skeletons of hundreds of infants and dogs. One of the most disturbing discoveries amongst these skeletons is that one of these infants didn't die from some illness. The corpse of an 18-month-old baby showed signs of frequent abuse, with multiple fractures at different points of healing, including one on the skull, and a jaw fracture at the time of death.